lunch and learns, and we
Sorry.
realized that, hey, we should probably do one on NYACCE membership and what it means and what it looks like. And so that's our topic for today. My contact information is there on this first screen. Maria Huntington. I'm the current administrator of adult services for Champlain Valley Educational Services up in Plattsburgh, New York. I previously worked at Capital Region BOCES and was the director there for a few years. Um, and I am a proud past president of NYACE, and really enjoy the collaboration that we have with all of our board members, but our members as well, and probably just being able to share resources and really be able to advocate and be the biggest supporter of our adult learners across New York State. So thank you again for taking the time for being with us today. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. If everybody wouldn't mind, what I'd like you to do is just first, in the chat box, if you could put your name, the agency that you work for, your title, and maybe how long that you've been in your position or adult education in general. So I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. All right. And in the meantime, what we will do is we will just keep moving along here. If I can get my screen to move forward. There we go. So the importance of membership. This is NYACE's promise to all of our members. We are the New York Association of Continuing and Community Education, and it's the State Association for Adult Education. Not only NYACE advocates for the highest standards of excellence in adult and continuing education through a resource-rich network of diverse professionals serving lifelong learners across New York State. Um, just to go a little bit more into detail as to what we provide that many of you don't know about, I'm sure many of you have received emails or email blasts. We do a lot of advocacy. We have been doing a lot of advocacy this year, knowing that the federal funding for Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act is really on a downward slope in terms of whether or not that's going to be reinstated for next year. And we are all waiting eagerly to know whether or not that's going to happen for WIOA funded programs. But we also rely heavily on state dollars as well. And knowing that if those federal dollars disappear, we're going to also need more state dollars to help make up that difference. But so that is a large piece of the advocacy that we do for membership. And a huge shout out to our president, Amy Merzer, and our president-elect, Katie Labonte. They both presented yesterday to the Board of Regents in Albany at the State Education Department. And we also had three students there as well that highlighted the importance of adult education, that our adult education programs are pipelines to employment. And they got to share their stories with all the New York State regions. And it was very humbling for the regions. They were all very impressed. But I just wanted to highlight those two. Advocacy efforts and awareness that NYACE brings, not only to our local levels, but also at the state level. So if you have good relationships with your local representatives, that is key, not only to state and federal funding, but also awareness and outreach efforts, and really just getting the word out. I think we all know that there are still thousands of adult learners in New York that are not being served, that need our services. So again, just a little bit on the back end in terms of advocacy that NYACE does throughout the year in the across New York State. So in addition to membership, we have a lot of benefits if you are a NYACCE member. And probably the biggest one that everybody jumps on is our COABE membership. COABE is the Coalition of Adult Basic Education. They recently just got rid of their acronym and just said COABE is the voice of adult education. You can go to that link. To look at all their benefits as well. But they also provide various workshops and webinars. They also hold an annual conference that members are invited to attend or present. They have many awards, scholarship opportunities for adult learners, but also professionals in the adult education field. Our second benefit is to nominate a professional or a student of the year, or to apply for scholarship opportunities. So many, as you know, you may have gotten an email within the last couple weeks for our Student of the Year. That proposal is out, and the Student of the Year award is a nomination form by a professional in the adult education field. They have to be a NYACCE member in good standing, and in good standing means that your memberships are paid and up to date. If you are working with a student who has really outshined others and has broken through various barriers, has been successful while their time with you, and really just the model student, you as a NYACCE member have the opportunity to nominate them for the Student of the Year award. And that award is honored at our conference in Albany at our annual NYACCE conference, in addition to the professional awards. So we have also awards for individuals in the adult education world for educators, service awards, and also a award that goes to a NYACCE board member, the Lawrence Levin Award. So again, you have the ability to nominate individuals for those awards. And then this year we have two scholarship opportunities that are coming up. Those have not been shared yet, but stay tuned. They will most likely be coming out next week. We have the Presidential Scholarship for NYACCE, which allows, again, a NYACCE member in good standing or a NYACCE member's immediate family member apply for a $1,000 scholarship if they are looking to enroll in post-secondary education or a workforce training program. So again, it could be a NYACCE member or an immediate family member of a NYACCE member in good standing to apply for that scholarship. And then new this year, and as a way to honor Rosemary Matt, who many of you know was the first director of accountability for New York State, passed away in December of 2024. And Rosemary taught us so much that NYACCE really wanted to honor her legacy by offering a scholarship opportunity. So that scholarship opportunity, again, will be given to a NYACCE member, and with the opportunity of a complimentary registration for our conference this year, in addition to a hotel room. So priority will be given to individuals who will be attending the conference for first-time attendees, but it's not limited. If there are people that have gone but they would like to apply for the scholarship, they may. Our third benefit is discounts on the conference. So the conference, as I had mentioned, is in the springtime. It is scheduled, and please correct me if I'm wrong because I don't have the dates right in front of me. It's like the tail end of April. I believe it's April 30th through May 2nd. And this year's conference is always a theme, this year is Making Waves in Adult Education. Members receive a discounted rate to participate in the conference, and members also have the opportunity to present on different topics. You can provide workshops and participate in that conference, which is always a lot of fun. I can't say enough about the benefits of the conference, being able to one, learn from other programs and other professionals in the adult education field, but also opening up potential programming and ideas that you really didn't think of before. And I say that because off the top of my head, I'm thinking of like we've had NYSERDA sponsor our conference in the past, and they have grant funding available for individuals that are looking to provide um, clean energy technology. So if you are a CTE center and it's something that you've been interested in, that might be something you can apply for, right? We also work with agencies that have, programs that and courses that are listed on the eligible trainer provider list. So they get a credential that might be going into a field that is in demand in the region. And I think about Albany Can Code, Can Code, an agency that is based out of Albany but covers much of New York State at this point. The ability to really provide digital literacy skills anywhere from beginning English, beginning literacy skills all the way to, AI. And so again, just another opportunity. We get stuck in our adult education bubble and we're like, no, it's GED, it's ESL, it's workforce initiatives. But being at the conference and having other presenters there gives you a lot of encouragement and inspiration to maybe apply for some other things as well. And then our fourth benefit is really a continued PD and networking opportunity. So again, access to these monthly lunch and learn series that are really great. They have really flourished. We have hit the ground running with these. We have both NYACCE board members present, like myself, but we'll also have programs come in, teachers, sponsors from the conference. It just gives you another opportunity to learn from each other and try new things in your classroom or in your program. And then obviously networking. We cover all New York State from Long Island to Buffalo, and every region is represented on the NYACCE board. So if you're not quite sure who in your region might be on the NYACCE board, that is certainly something that you could look into. But we try to occasionally get together and have, just some activities and networking for each region. Any questions so far? And I'm going to defer to Paula and maybe Allison on this because I cannot see the Q&A section at all.
There's no questions at this time, but please, if you have any questions, just unmute yourself and feel free to ask. Or you can put in the chat.
Thank you, Paula.
Yes.
All right, so I wanted to I'm going to stop sharing the screen and move into our actual NYACCE website because I want to make sure that you guys can see what this is. And can everybody see the website? Everybody see the website? Is it good? Can you see
Yes.
it? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Thank you. This is our website. We probably about 2 years ago moved into Wild Apricot as a way to more effectively manage our membership and our website and all things that we do. But when you're here, there's a lot that you can see. So this again is our landing page. This group of people here, these were individuals that did the Capitol tour last year after the conference, and many of these people are Student of the Year recipients or they're the individuals, the professionals that nominated them. Um, if you scroll down, all these five silly people looking here are all past presidents of NYACCE, one of which I am there. But again, I'm sure many of these faces look familiar to you. And then again, here's our Lunch and Learn series of just some of the activities that we've done. So obviously this is a math lunch and learn that we did to talk about different ways of using math in the classroom. Before we have you log in, again, I just want to kind of go through. So if you go to the About page, it will give you, NYACCE is, and then it goes through some of the photos that we have. And there is an option too, if you just click on the board, it will tell you all of the board members that we have. So there is Amy, as I mentioned earlier, she just presented to the Board of Regents yesterday. There I am as past president, and Katie is our president-elect. So I'm not going to go through each member, but they are there on the website if you would like to see them. So membership, again, a lot of what we're talking about today, and a lot of the things that we just went through, for membership, and then our events. This is where you can really get to see the conference of 2026. Ooh, I was off by a day. So April 29th through May 1st. I think I said the 30th, but this is where you can get a schedule of the conference at a glance. Many of you will need the schedule if you're coming and you need to submit travel reimbursement or conference requests. You'd have to provide that. This is where you can nominate an award winner here. And then you'll see another page eventually with our scholarship applications as well. So this is where you can see our events for the 2026. Again, we're theme this year, if you can't tell, is Aloha Hawaiian, making waves in adult education. Together we rise. And then I wanted to just also click quickly on last year's conference. So last year we had a Western theme. Again, there's just some highlights here, and a breakdown of the schedule from last year. But again, always a great time. It's always a theme. And it's nice to have everybody participate, and enjoy that. So if you look at the awards section, this is these are awards, Adult Education Educators of the Year, our service awards, our Lawrence Levin Award, and then again, our Student of the Year recipients are all there. So, also, before we log in, I want to just kind of show you, and I'll go back to the website, how you're going to log into your actual account is by clicking up here in this little icon. So once you're at the NYACCE page, and this is really from anywhere. So this little icon here stays on any page, but you're going to hover over it. You're going to do a left click. You're going to log in, not under Nell's name. But if you are participating today, and you have never logged into your NYACCE account, I did my best to go into your account and change your password. Your username is your email address, usually for work or whatever you registered with. Some of you have a Gmail account. And what you're going to do is, if you've never logged in before and you got an email from me on yesterday, then your password is going to be capital N, lowercase YACCE 2026 exclamation point star, and that should be able to get you into your actual account in NYACCE. So I'm going to give everybody a minute. You're going to put it again. Your username is your email address and your password. Some of you have been in the system before, so kudos to you. Thank you. That's good. That's what we want to see. Again, if you haven't logged in, but you registered, I did email everybody and give you your username and your email, new password. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I'm going to get out of the admin view because I have admin access here. Oh boy, so it's really giving me, okay, hang on. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so once you log in, the next thing that you want to do is go back to the little icon, believe it or not. Excuse me, and you're going to click on it again. So you should say your name at the top, and then you're going to click on View Profile. Can everybody kind of give me a thumbs up in the chat box or a reaction that this is working for you? Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Some people saying it's working. Excellent.
Carrie said that her login has failed.
Okay. Well, then
Carrie,
what's Carrie's last name?
Blue.
Okay. Blue. All right, let me see. Okay, so we might have to troubleshoot with that for afterwards, but we can get there for sure. Anybody else having issues? Okay, Camila. So, Camellia, is that how you say it?
Yes, and also has failed.
Okay, so I did change your password. Or no, I did not. So it did show that you had entered the website. So whatever password you used. But if you want, you should be able to, if you click on the profile again, you should be able to change your password. So it might take a minute, but if you again go to the profile and put change password, and create a new one, you should be able to log in.
Does that apply to me as well?
Yeah, try that. See if that works.
Okay.
So while you are trying to get in, if you are already in, this is what your profile looks like. It's going to go through your membership details. It's going to tell you your status, how long you've been a member since. The member since date might be a little off, especially if you've been in the field for a long time. You're probably like, I've been a NYACCE member for decades. This is just because when we uploaded a lot of the individuals into the Wild Apricot system, it just kind of went with the date that we started uploading stuff. So, um, I am a bundle coordinator. So, um, if you are the bundle coordinator, it's going to tell you what your limit is, how many seats you've used, who those people are. It does give you a user ID and then your first name, last name, which organization you work for. Excuse me, your email address, telephone number, title, and then all of your address stuff. One thing I did want to also just highlight here is that your COABE number is also listed here. So if you are looking for a quick place to find your COABE number, especially if you want to register for a COABE webinar or a training, or you want to go to their conference, your COABE number is in your NYACE account. If it's not there, it just means that you were added in after we sent the document to COABE, and then we can email them and say, we have another person to add, please add them. And then they'll tell us what your new number is, and we can go in on the back end and add that for you. So I wanted to also just tell you a little bit about the bundle summary. So again, if you are a bundle coordinator, you have the ability to manage who you are supporting in your bundle. So sometimes this is a program manager, sometimes it is a receptionist or a clerk or whatever title that person has that's managing this. You'll see that anybody that has a line through it are people who have been archived or removed. So maybe they retired, maybe they left, they got another job. You want to take them off of your list. You would click on them. So I'll just click on Heather here for a minute. And this is what's going to pop up. And you can, if you click on the archive button, it will remove her. And if we remove her, that's okay, but you can also restore it afterwards. So if there was a mistake, you could go ahead and restore that person. And I don't want to remove her completely, so I'm going to restore her. And there is
Maria,
a hand raised. Go ahead. Yep.
it's me. Sorry. What's the password again? I'm sorry.
Yep. I can, you know what? I'll put it in. So
The
if
chat.
you have never logged in before and I emailed you yesterday, the password should be a capital NYACE 2026 exclamation point star.
This is if you have never ever logged in. Okay.
If you've never logged in and you registered ahead of time and I sent you an email on Monday. So I tried to wait as much as I could. Um, and I'm wondering if that's what might be happening to some other people. But if you If you registered, but I checked everybody's account who had registered, and if they have never logged in before, I changed their password to the one I just put in the chat box, and I emailed them afterwards and said, "Hey, you've never logged in, but you're attending the session tomorrow, so this is your new password."
Gotcha.
Camelia, did it work for you?
Yeah, I'm trying to put the new password right now.
Okay,
That
perfect.
link worked. Thank you.
Yeah. Christine, is it working for you?
Yes, it is working for me now. I couldn't get into the chat under that, but yes, I'm all set. Thank you.
All right,
Okay,
great.
perfect. Awesome. Any other problems there, or are we good?
I think we're good for now.
Okay,
Thank
so let me go back. So again, let me go back to my other, this is your, of course, I went back to Heather, so let me go back to she's linked to, let me go back here. And let me go back to my profile here. So a couple things I wanted to just, again, show you. Once I get into, you can send people messages. I'm going to go back to my profile here. And that way we're back onto where we were. Here we go. So if everybody could, take a look at your profile. If it looks like some things are blank or you need to update them, you can go ahead and do that. You would click on Edit Profile. And then you have the opportunity here to edit things. So you can create an avatar if you want to do that. This is where you could go in. We do ask for your rain region, so if you move, you could update that, or if you have a different address, you can put that in. Again, your COABE number is also there. Maybe you already got an email from COABE and you already know your number and you want to put it in, you could do that as well. So again, this is where you would want to edit your profile. You can also go into your email subscriptions, and this is where you could say, you agree to receiving emails from the organization. You can also choose not to receive an email blast, but then that means you won't receive any news about all the awesome stuff that NYACCE is doing. So I would advise not to do that. Um, and we don't have any forums, obviously, but you can do anything there. I'm going to click on cancel. You also have the opportunity to have a photo album. So I have one album and I did this for today. So if I click on this one, these are different photos from conferences that we've done, and you have the ability to upload photos, edit details, or delete an album. So this just kind of shows you. So there's Allison and I in our 1920 themes. That was 70th anniversary. I think that also aligned with The Great Gatsby, which is why we did that theme. Scott Salesies, he is from GED. If you don't know him, I throw him in because they are a vendor of our conference. Great guy. This is a Student of the Year recipient, along with his the teacher who nominated him. These are our service awards. Here's Kathy and Ira. So you might recognize some of these. This is a workshop, and then a student of the year. So you might recognize some of these photos here, but you again have the opportunity to kind of collect photos and put them there, in your profile as well.
Maria,
Yes.
Adrienne is having some issues in logging in.
Okay. What is, let me open up the chat box here. Sorry. Okay. Email not found. So I'm wondering, which agency are you with, Adrian? HFM. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let me see what I can find out. So this might be if there are issues, we can certainly, um, let me stop sharing here for a minute, and that way you guys can kind of keep playing around if you're in your profile, and then I can look, for Adrian. Here we go. Let me check her out really quickly. Hmm, okay. So, Adrian, I'm so sorry. I don't see you either. So what we'll have to do is connect with Lori Barkstead to figure out whether or not you're included in the bundle because I didn't see you there. And I think HFM has a membership for 10 members. So we'll have to go through and see who that is and then talk with her to try to get you access. Let me just check also. So I'm going to go ahead and any questions so far? Are people kind of playing around in their profile? Are you updating things? Do you see your COAB number? All that kind of stuff. Okay, perfect.
Hey, Maria,
Yes. Yep.
it's Chris Carriotto. Hi. I am
Hi.
the new program manager. I took over for Lori Barkstead.
Yes. Yep.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Really scrambling about here. Is there any way that I could have access to give Adrian permissions to be one of the 10 that we use? I don't think we have used
Yes.
all 10 yet.
Yep. I have a list. I know I added you yesterday, so
Okay.
we'll have to, and I also added Michelle Husick.
Yeah, Husek,
Yep.
right, Michelle?
Yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, yeah, we might just have to add her on afterwards.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. No worries. Let me just go back and share again because I want to make sure that we are actually, let me do this. Get back to public view here. Okay, so the next section is event registration. So again, as you are probably aware, if you have attended the conference before, this is where your registrations are going to appear. So you can see I have a few different event registrations here. It tells you the ticket type, the status. So if you register for the conference, if you register for and I think the lunch and learns are here eventually, but not yet. But this will show up here. And then one of the other pieces I wanted to just show is the invoices and payments. Again, if you are that bundle coordinator, you're gonna see all the transactions that have taken place. So as you can see from what I'm sharing, and this is a glimpse into my whole account here, which is fine. So the first two are this is my payment or an invoice for membership for $1,000. And it tells you the status. It tells you the invoice number of 409, and then it shows invoice number 409 was paid. We're good. And this is another payment for registration, another one for the conference from last year. Here's another invoice for membership. So again, this is where once you register, once you log in, if you are the bundle coordinator, if you're registering for an event, this is where you're going to find all those invoices, which you're going to always need if you're presenting them to your business office or you need them, you have to have your treasurer sign off on things. Like this is a quick, easy way to look at that. So you can actually, if you click on the invoice number, this is the invoice number that you can see. You can download it as a PDF. And you can also Once you download it, you can print it and submit it with everything else that you have. Questions on this page?
No questions on the chat, so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Paula.
Mhm.
Um, and then there is a donation page. We don't, I mean, if you would like to make a donation, we're not going to tell you no, but this is not something that we're not tracking this. So clearly it shows that I have not created and I have not made any donations that are documented in this website to NYACCE. So again, even though you're logged in and you're in your profile, you can always go back to our NYACCE website by clicking the home button, and it'll bring you right back to our main landing page of our NYACCE website. So let me just get back to my PowerPoint here. So this was the icon that you were clicking on. You had to click on your profile. We did some exploring. And again, if you are the bundle coordinator or you don't know who your bundle coordinator is, we can certainly communicate, we can certainly help you with that if you need to be added. All of that's there and we can make sure that happens for sure. Yeah. That's about all I have. It's a little bit earlier than we would typically end, but this really gives us an opportunity, a good amount of time to kind of ask questions. We can talk a little bit more about other benefits in terms of COABE, or you want to talk about scholarships, or you want to talk about the award ceremony or the conference in general. We can talk about that. So I hand it over to all of you to ask questions or have concerns or what else you would like to know. And I think there's one. So Joan asked if we upload pictures to our profile, is that something other members can see? So yes, but you can make it private. So let me just go back and I can show you where that is. So if you go back to your profile, and we have the photo album here. So if you click on, yeah, so you got your photos here, everything's there. If you go into if you go back to your profile and go into this privacy setting, I believe you have the opportunity. So members can see photo albums versus anybody. So if you would like to change that, I believe that you have the opportunity to do that. You would have to again edit profile and then go to your privacies. And this is where you could change that. You could change it to anybody or you could say no access here. Great question. The same for all of these. A lot of this information, you can have access to, anybody can view it, members can view it, or have no access. We can obviously on the back end as administrators, because we have to be able to manage things on the back end. Great question. Any other specific questions about membership or the website or how to navigate things?
Hi,
If you
Maria. I
go,
have a quick
yeah,
question.
sure.
Um, are the profile pictures available for all levels of membership? I don't see that link on my profile.
So if you go back to that privacy setting, whoop, Technical difficulty here. Hang on. There we go. So again, if you go into edit profile, and this is the email one, I just want to click off of the privacy one. If you click on the privacy one in the photo album, you should be able to change that. But you're asking about,
Right, the photo album. I don't see the photo album. I don't see that. I'm in
oh,
privacy. I don't see any.
okay, let's, yeah, we might have to, I'm wondering, Korea, if you and I might have to meet together so we can look at your account and try to figure out some things.
Mhm. Okay.
Other questions? Again, you're looking at, if you are a bundle coordinator, you have access to manage individuals on your team and who you want to put in and who you want to take out. Um, One thing that I did want to mention too is that, if you are part of NYCAL in the New York City region, NYCAL pretty much pays for NYCAL pays for all of its NYCAL members to be NYACE members. So if you are part of NYCAL, they are paying your membership for NYACE. So most of I think all of the CUNY systems, a lot of the AL funded nonprofits in the city are being funded through NYCAL for membership, and then vice versa for the rest of state. Literacy New York um, pays for many of its AL funded programs in the rest of state to be members as well. Um, so sometimes if you're not sure if you're an individual member, there's a $75 fee, but it's possible that you might already be a member through Literacy New York or NYCAL, depending on your location.
Maria,
Yes,
do all levels of membership have photo albums ability? Yes, they do, right?
they should. Yes. Yep.
Thank you.
hmm Any other questions or comments or concerns?
No, no,
No?
no other
Okay.
questions, no.
Wow. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer, you guys. You guys are spot on. That just means you're advanced. You're doing really good. We did record this, so if you need to go back and you want to watch it again, you can, or if you can't remember something, I am also always available. Happy to help in any way I can. Let me just pull up that last slide. Again, this has my contact information on it. So my email address is there, as well as the NICE email and website. And that is all I have for you folks.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, everyone, for taking time of your busy schedule to attend our NIACE Lunch and Learn. Um, Please, we will email everyone about next month's Lunch and Learn, which I cannot remember what it is right now. Sorry.
That's okay. I don't know what it is either. But
It's
I
it,
also, a plug, make sure if you have a Student of the Year nomination, you want to nominate Student of the Year, if there's a Professional Educator of the Year that you would like to nominate, and then make sure you keep an eye out for those scholarship opportunities that are coming out soon as well.
and please also consider attending our conference.
Yes,
It would be the best you can
absolutely.
ever attend. Great presenters, um, great staff, great
Always a
members, and
theme.
always a theme.
Lots of
This,
fun.
yes. All right. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.